bad. This is real bad, my friends, because the people are going to blame the judge for this. Do not blame the judge. This was due to a prosecutorial mistake. And in my opinion, this was a deliberate mistake, actually. So the breaking news is the child abuse charges are dismissed in the New Mexico Desert Compound case. A New Mexico judge on Wednesday dismissed the child abuse charges because the prosecutors did not file paperwork within 10 days. This is unbelievable. It is horrific. It is just utterly and absolutely bizarre that he would, well, I mean, not that the judge would do this. It's absolutely bizarre that the prosecutors threw this case. Now, what is especially perturbing about this is, if you'll remember, they were training school shooters. They were training school shooters in there. So if you'll remember, local authorities destroyed the compound. So I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist here. But I'm just gonna, ask a few questions. So there was a compound in New Mexico where a child was killed or died after some kind of ritual, real stuff, like some kind of ritual on the child dies. All right. Then the New Mexico police destroyed the compound. This is not conspiracy theory, friends. This is what is actually happening in the case. So let me show it to you. I'm a little bit low tech right now. I'm in a very secure location right now due to some very disturbing things. But the New Mexico compound had been destroyed. So let me show you this. So again, I'm not gonna, share any kind of conspiracy theory, but I am going to ask questions that I do believe need to be answered. So a website called NBC, New Mexico compound mysteriously destroyed by authorities. So can you see that here? Here, let me get that. So this happened a couple of weeks ago. Following a court order, authorities seized an RV at the New Mexico compound, and then they destroyed the compound. Okay, why would you destroy evidence? Why in the world would law enforcement destroy evidence of a terrorist attack? But that is in fact what they did. They destroyed evidence. And then today the judge dismisses the case because he had to. Don't blame the judge. I already see people going, oh, the judge. No. The judge followed the law, which is what judges are supposed to do. The judge followed the law. The prosecutors missed a deadline, a procedural deadline, a paperwork error. There is absolutely no reason in the world that any prosecutor should have made a procedural error like this, a procedural mistake of this level. Absolutely no way in the world that should have happened. So in my view, this is my educated, informed opinion. I do believe the prosecutor deliberately missed the deadline. Now, why, I don't know. But there is absolutely no rational explanation for why this 10-day paperwork error was made in a high-profile error. So I conclude that the prosecutor deliberately blew the deadline, knowing the case would have to be dismissed. Now, if the prosecutor is claiming otherwise, they better do a press conference immediately, because there's no other way to explain what happened here. This is a high-profile case. It was just a piece of paper that needed to be filed. This is not the kind of error that you would make, that you would ever make. Bail was waived. Yes, a good point that the people are making in the chat. So the bail was waived in the case. The way this case has been handled has been extraordinary. So I conclude one of two things. One, the people in the compound were informants. And because they were informants, the government wants this case to go away, and they're going to cover up the death of a child to protect informants. That's one explanation. Another one, which is more conspiratorial, and therefore I'm not making it specifically, I'm just curious and wondering out loud, is maybe local law enforcement were involved with these people. That would explain a lot of what is happening. Is maybe local law enforcement, maybe they were attending meetings, maybe they were doing things, who knows? But that is another plausible explanation for what is going on. But again, we don't know at this time because it's being hidden, because it's being covered up, because it is the people are being lied to, right? Just absolutely and totally complete. But there's literally no way in the world to explain this through there's no way to explain this with an honest air. So the prosecutor must now be asked by real journalists, why was this paperwork error made? Right? Why was evidence destroyed? What is actually happening there? Who is being protected and why? This is all, again, very, very, very scary stuff. Yeah, local law enforcement did the arrest. The FBI would not be involved. Remember, the FBI was in cahoots with Omar Mateen, the Pulse nightclub shooter. They were in cahoots with his dad. Remember that? A lot of people don't know that. That was an underreported story of the year. In my opinion, probably the most underreported story of the year was the fact that the FBI worked with Omar Mateen's dad. And so the FBI want nothing to do with this case. That might tell me that these people are informants. They were working with them. They're worried about a lot of potentially negative information coming out. So because of that, they're not doing anything with these things. But spread the word. If you're on Facebook, be sure to like this video and share it, or give me an emoji, thumbs up, an anger, a wow, or whatever you want to do. Give me some emojis, and be sure to share this video so that your friends and family and everyone else gets the truth about what is actually happening in New Mexico, because this is a very, very stuff. This is very shady stuff, and we need to find out, why did the prosecutor blow this procedural deadline? Again, it's not the judge. People are going, oh, the judge. It is not the judge who did this. The prosecutor deliberately missed a deadline, in my view, right? In my view, the prosecutor deliberately misses deadline because they want the case to go away. That said, we need to, so the comments coming in, somebody says it has to be deliberate. This case had children being trained to commit school shootings, and a child of the leader was tortured and killed during a cult ritual. Yeah, that's that's why so much of my life is just maintaining my calmness and my composure in a world that is absolutely, literally insane. So in this case, again, the facts of this case are quite clear. There was a New Mexico compound. Children are being trained to commit school shootings. This is all real. This is not conspiracy theory. This is not, maybe sort of, this is real. Another child was killed during a ritualistic event, some kind of human sacrifice, some kind of religious thing. Again, the child was dead. They found the body. And then the people who were training school shooters were released without bail. The compound was destroyed, and now the charges have been dismissed. Does somebody want to explain? Does somebody want to give me a rational explanation for what is happening here? One that it was not a conspiracy theory? Because this looks like the government is conspiring to protect these people. The protect the terrorism, protect the murder of children. Now, again, if people want to call it a conspiracy theory, explain to me what is going on. Right? Explain to me what is going on. Training school shooters, kill a child in a ritual sacrifice, released without bail, compound destroyed, Charges not filed. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm waiting. I want to see. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Here's where we are in the New Mexico compound case. Here's where we are. Here's where we are in the New Mexico compound case. This does not actually sound real, but this is indeed actually real. Okay? To sum it up for people, to remind people what is going on, because it's actually this insane that is literally impossible to believe. It's like incomprehensible to believe. So let's just go ahead and refresh your recollection. They were training school shooters. A child died in a ritual event. The suspects were released without bail. The compound was destroyed by police, and the charges today were dismissed due to police not filing paperwork. This is the biggest, most important story of the day, by far, bar none. That's why if you are on YouTube, like and share, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Like it and give it a thumbs up on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, do an emoji, like this video, share it with your friends, because again, this is not a conspiracy theory. So I'm going to actually post some links into the comments just so you can see that this is actually really happening, because it is unbelievable. Actually, if somebody actually told me that this was happening, then I would not believe it. I wouldn't. It would be impossible to believe. Actually, it's impossible to believe, but it's actually really happening. The New Mexico compound, mysteriously destroyed by authorities. Fact, not debatable. The suspects released without bails. Fact, not debatable. The prosecutor chose not to file paperwork to ensure that they would face criminal charges. This is a fact. It is not a conspiracy theory. It is actually what is literally happening in the case. There is no debate to be had about these things that are happening. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is actually really true of what is happening. Right? So the media needs to ask this prosecutor, what is actually going on? Why are they covering up for this event? Why are they refusing to do what has to be done under the law in this event? Are local law enforcement tied in? Are they informants? There were tunnels. Oh yeah, the compound, there were tunnels and everything. They were all destroyed, and yeah, there were tunnels. It was all destroyed. It was just everything that you could possibly imagine. It was a complete and total mess. And yet somehow prosecutors decided not to file charges. This is unbelievable. Don't blame the judge. The judge did his legal duty. The judge's job is to enforce the law, and under the law, the prosecutor did not file the paperwork documents. So we need to figure out, what are the prosecutors hiding? Why are prosecutors protecting these people? Is it because they are informants? Is it because there's something more nefarious going on? We don't know. But that's why we have to investigate. We have to investigate the truth. We have to find out what is going on, and why is it that the case was dismissed? Why were they released without bail? New Mexico compound's arrest. Judges dismiss charges against 3 people. So again, if you are on Facebook, I'm going to type this link because I want you all to see these links in real time, because what I'm saying does sound unbelievable. I really have no question. This is so utterly bizarre and just evil and just sickening and just, I can't even, you know, I can't even fathom what is going on here. The best explanation for it is there are only two explanations for this. One, and they're both are terrible. There are only 2 explanations for the New Mexico case. There are only 2 explanations. One explanation is that the defendants are informants and the government is going to let them get away with killing a child because they are informants, and they view it as a greater good. They view it as a necessary evil. They view it as we have to look the other way. That is the best explanation. The nefarious explanation, the far more nefarious explanation, is that there are local authorities participating in these events, which these are questions that have to be asked. I'm not saying that is the case, but I am saying that the fact that the prosecutor is covering this up, the fact that the police are destroying evidence, the fact that the government is destroying this stuff means that something is going on. Something is going on. And that something we have to find out. This is atrocious, really. But the prosecutors, they need to be asked. If you're on Facebook, give me an emoji, a thumbs up, an anger sign if you're angry, a wow sign if you're a wow. Just tap that screen a few times. Let's get this video out there. Share this video widely with all of your friends, because this is an important story, far more important than whatever the media is covering today. This is far more important. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button on this video and also subscribe to my channel. After you subscribe to my channel, then you can turn on notifications, because the shadow banning is really, 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 really bad. So I don't know, what do you think? I'm going to go ahead and read some of your comments. But yeah, read the articles. Everything I'm saying here is true. Everything I'm saying has been confirmed. The child died. No bail for the suspects. They were released. The charges are being dismissed because the prosecutors are refusing to prosecute the case. The local authorities destroyed evidence of the compound. So people, you know, we gotta figure out what's going on, man, because this is really, really, really disgusting. So again, if you're on Facebook, like this video, share this video. If you're on YouTube, like this video, subscribe to this. The latest breaking development is the following. Charges have been dismissed in the New Mexico terrorist compound case after prosecutors, do not blame the judge, after prosecutors refused to file paperwork to make the charges proceed. The prosecutors are in on this. I don't know what they're doing or why they're doing it. Don't blame the judge. The judge followed the law, and we need judges who are following the law. This is the prosecutor's choice. The prosecutor refused to file paperwork. Because of that, the charges are dismissed. What else is going on in the case? School shooters are being trained. Children are being trained to go on school shootings. A child died in a ritual sacrifice. This is all confirmed. They found the child's body. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is not me speculating. The suspects had been released without bail. The compound had been destroyed by police. Something really, really, really bad is going on. I'm going to keep looking into it. We're going to figure it out. If you're on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button. I will talk to you soon.